Hi, today I'd like to talk to you about choosing positive thinking. And by doing that, we are choosing to stay on our high flying discs. So, choosing positive thinking really does make a difference in our lives. When just remember that you all have options, whether you want to choose positive thinking or to stay in the negative thinking. We all have these choices. Um, Today, I strive to choose to think positively. And by choosing positive thinking, will definitely help each one of us develop our inner peace, success. You will have improved relationships in all relationships. You will have better health, happiness, and definitely we will all have better personal satisfaction by choosing positive thinking. It is definitely contagious when we do it. And so is negative thinking. So they're both infectious and contagious. The more that we think positive, the more that we feel positive, that momentum starts, and you just start attracting positivity. And the thoughts and the feelings just reside, and they feel so good inside. We can all expect good, in fact, great results from positive thinking. So, what exactly is positive thinking, you might ask? It is the process of creating thoughts that create and transform energy into reality. So, a positive mind wants happiness, health, and a very happy ending in every situation. That's what positivity wants. So, how can we achieve positive thinking, you might ask? It's like, how do we even do that? How do we choose to be on our high flying discs? How do we choose to stay in a positive mindset? So I'm going to list, there's about 20 things actually. And if you have a piece of paper and you feel like taking notes, I would do that at this time. And you can just list it, positive thinking and in quotes, also staying on your high flying disc. You can choose that disc for the day. That day is your positive disc. You're going to input that into the universe, into that day, your high flying disc. So number one, we're going to start each day with a positive affirmation. But I want you to remember to start general. So let's just say, now if you're at a really high feeling positive place, just go for it. And I mean, think of all the great positive things. But there are some of us, and some days we wake up going, we may be thinking still of something we slept on last night or something that happened the day before, or possibly worked out dreaming and kind of woke up in a funk, or you're feeling of all the lists of all the things and you're feeling a little burden. And, before that momentum gets going of that, you want to start each day with a positive affirmation. So starting general, you can think about your body, you can just say, I appreciate my body. When you're lying there before the days and your eyes are closed in the morning, start breathing, breathe in and out, appreciate your lungs. We have lungs to breathe. Appreciate your heart, really imagine your heart and appreciate that, because without those two things, we wouldn't even be walking today. We wouldn't even be on this planet today. So appreciate that and just appreciate being alive. Appreciate your bed that you're lying in. Doesn't it feel comfortable? Or maybe you're sitting in a chair. Appreciate the chair or an ottoman or a couch. Appreciate wherever you're lying. Appreciate the roof over your head. If you have air conditioning during hot days, appreciate that. I mean, many years ago, we didn't have all that. And many people didn't even have a roof over their head or a bed or a place to lie on. So just being general and appreciating those types of things. Appreciate as much as you can for at least 17 seconds. Once you get into that 17 seconds, which is very fast, just start appreciating, look around you. Then the momentum starts. You can appreciate our world, appreciate the economy, appreciate all the cars we're able to drive. I mean, look at all the different options. And many years ago, we didn't even have that. Appreciate the roadways and all the available transportation we have in the air, on the road, on the trains. So many different ways that everybody, buses are able to travel, Ubers, taxis, all different ways. We all have access to that and appreciate that. So starting out, number one, again, is doing a positive affirmation and appreciation. It doesn't have to be long. It only has to be at 17 seconds, but if you can go longer, your day's even going to feel better. Number two, focus on good things. So focus on happy things, good things. If it's negative and it's a bad thing, get off of it and just focus on it. If I, like right now, I'm looking at a happy teddy bear, or focus on a bee, or focus on which gives honey, or focus on, I don't know what it could be, a flower, or focus on that you're going to go do something fun that day, or that you live by the mountains, or that you live by the beach, or that you do live in a apartment, a home, a family member's home, wherever you are. Focus on good things. Number three, find humor in all bad situations. And if you can do that, what a blessing. Humor is, it is the key again to finding happiness and positivity, being able to laugh at bad things, bad situations, even ourselves. So remember that, find humor. And number four is turn your failures into lessons. So don't be critical. Don't be hard on yourself. Where there is nobody judging us. All those critics outside, forget it. That critic within you, let it go. That's what we're here on this planet to, is to live and learn, to know what feels good, what doesn't feel good. That worked for me. Okay, that didn't work for me. That all the lessons on the way is just that. They're lessons and they're not failures. So if you feel like they're failures, turn your failures into lessons. Very important. Number five is one of the biggies, is transform that negative self-talk into positive self-talk. So choose that high flying disc. Catch those negative thoughts. If it's like, oh, I look fat today. Oh, thank you for sharing. But no, I'm looking good. I am thin. I'm where I'm at. My body is manifesting. Um, I, I'm eating well, just whatever it is. I'm not good looking today. I don't feel pretty. Yes, I am. I'm a good looking man. I'm a beautiful woman. Just turn the negative self-talk into positive self-talk. Even if you're thinking negatively about somebody else, quickly think about something positive. Number six is focus in the here and the now, the present. Yesterday's gone. Learn from that past, but don't dwell in it. Do not dwell in yesterday, years ago, 5 months ago, when you were a young child and you weren't appreciated, or a boyfriend that treated you not so great, or a girlfriend that was not so great to you. Let it all go. Let that go. Just focus today, the here and the now. Tomorrow's not even here. Focus in the present. That will keep it easy flowing, easier to find that positivity if you're staying in the here and the now. It's so important to find positive friends, find positive mentors, and positive coworkers. Say to yourself, I want to play and interact with those that are on that high flying disc and that choose the positive thinking. You want to interact with people like that. So be very careful of the people you're interacting. It's okay if you're talking to somebody that's really, really negative, and if you're feeling inside it's not feeling good, it's okay to just graciously go, you know what? I gotta go. And I'm not saying lie, but just get off the phone and say that you have something that's going on, or if you're in front of them, say, you know what? I gotta get going. Just excuse yourself, because you want to make sure you're feeling uplifted, staying in that high flying disc energy feeling. Number eight is embrace change. It's sometimes, I know many years ago, I hated change. I was so afraid of change. Oh, majorly into fear. Today I embrace change, because guess what? Until the day you die, things change ever so quickly. Our whole world has just changed in the past 3 months, and it's going to be forever changed. New jobs, new relationships. Unfortunately, people die. Our friends and families, dogs, pets, financial changes, everything, weather changes, your environment. So embrace that change. Don't be afraid of it. Just embrace it and just keep on saying there are no big deals. This is go with the flow. Feel like the feather in the wind changing. It's okay. Embrace the positivity. Embrace it. It's great to feel that. Don't feel ashamed or don't if anybody, why are you so happy? I choose happy. I choose to be positive. So embrace that. Really important is to find the optimistic viewpoints in a negative situation. That's a toughie, but one to overcome and to really be an optimistic one that sees optimism. So knowing what we know, applying our positive thoughts to get into alignment, which is having clarity, allows our positive momentum to keep on going. So all of that just flowing once again, and the momentum is just going and going, and we feel aligned, and all of a sudden we have clarity because we've been on this positive momentum, and things just start happening, and just it's like everything is just flowing. And if you've asked for something, all of a sudden things are going. If you're visualizing your money situations, all of a sudden, money is coming in, relationships are opening up, job possibilities, whatever's going on. That is how the universe works. It gives you what you apply. It gives you what you're putting out there. Live in a positive environment. It's really important to make sure that you're happy where you're living, the surroundings, even within your home. If it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. Live in a positive environment. And I mentioned it before, but this is a real big one. Tell yourself there are no big deals. There isn't. It does something when you're in the midst of something, and either you're trying to choose something, or there's a big situation going on, or you got to fill out paperwork, or a big huge crisis came and you thought it's the end of the world. And sometimes I felt like that many years ago. Every little thing was, even filling out you know unemployment paperwork, as we all have gone through, most of us has gone through in the past 3 months, or just whatever it may be. That angst feeling, that anger, that anticipation, negative anticipation, nervousness, irritability. If you can say to yourself, you know what, there are no big deals. Just me saying that to you is just like your body just releases. And it's like, thank you. Thank you. And I say that to myself all the time when I'm starting to get riled up, or something's going to happen the next day that I'm anticipating, and it's like, I don't really want to do it, but got to do it. And I just go, you know what? Go with the flow. Change is inevitable. There are no big deals. And I continually say that. So that's a biggie. Just remember, there are no big deals. Another one, 13, don't let any of your fears hold you back from what you want. Been there, done that. I was so afraid to do so many things that I didn't do anything. I was like embedded in just fear. So it's really important to start letting go of your fears, and nobody's judging you. There's not anybody judging us. And so again, you know what you want, you know what you're doing, you try this, you try that. If you're afraid of something, you can walk through it, or you know what, maybe you just don't want to do it. But if it's really something that you want to do, don't hold back. Don't let your fears hold you back from something you truly, truly, truly want. Another is exercise regularly, walking, biking, gardening, gym, weights, just sitting on a bed using your arms if you have some disabilities, whatever you can do, wiggling toes is so good for the soul, so good for the cells in the body, good for your serotonin in your brain. So exercising regularly will bring you to positive thinking. Eating well, sleeping well. If you need to rest during the day, listen to your body. Don't push yourself. Rest when your body feels like resting. And number 17 is listen to your body. It's so important. We sometimes, our intuition and our bodies are telling us things, and Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you don't listen, you don't listen, you don't listen. That's how we become ill. That's how our immune systems go down because we're not caretaking and listening to ourselves. So that's important. Choose things that inspire you. If you're constantly choosing things that you don't like or that you really don't want to do or it doesn't feel good, it doesn't reside within you, you're unable to get into that positive thinking, to be on that high flying disc. But if you're listening to your body, choosing things that inspire you constantly, then you're getting on back on that high flying disc. You're feeling, oh, this feels good. This feels positive. This is good for my body. This is good for my soul. This is good for everything I'm seeing and I'm hearing. And the thing is, I'll talk about this much more, but remember to go downstream. And what I mean is imagine getting in that boat and instead of paddling upstream and you're paddling and paddling, oh God, this is so hard. Throw the oars out, turn around the boat, go downstream. Just go with the flow. Don't go against the flow in the stream. Remember to go downstream. You will have such more ease and peace and clarity and alignment and positivity by going downstream. Choose that path of least resistance. The path of, on every single subject, but the path of least resistance, if you don't know what that means, is like if you're resisting something and no matter what it is on every subject, it has an angst in you. It doesn't feel good. And you know that. It's like, ugh, ugh. But if you sit and you have contemplating over something, you can say to yourself, okay, what if I choose this? How does this feel inside? What if I choose this? How does that feel inside? Choose the path of least resistance, the one that feels good inside, the one that is aligned, that you are aligned with. That is so important, choosing that path of least resistance. And we all have desires. They are all set into motion. All of us. The minute you ask, it is given. Keep positive. Keep imagining and thinking and allow yourselves to feel and see clarity. Choose that high flying disc. Others will join you. When you live in positivity, when you're on that high flying disc, your life will go so much better. You will step into that vibration of positivity. Know that every single one of you out there, you can always make the choice of what disc to choose and what and how you want to feel and think. So every single one of us has a choice. We are our own creators. We have that choice. Sometimes we think that others choose for us, and I was that person. I had to wait. I had to ask somebody. I don't know. I don't know how to do that, or I'm not going to choose that on my own. I didn't have the knowingness. I wasn't aligned. I didn't have the clarity. I wasn't feeling positive about the things I was doing in order to even make my own decisions. And today, that's all I do. I sit and I think what is the path of least resistance, and I get on that high flying disc, and then all of a sudden I'm in clarity and I'm feeling aligned, and those positive thoughts are just flowing. So focus on those positive thoughts, care about how you're feeling, and then choose those positive thoughts. That's the whole thing of being on this planet is how do I feel? You wake up in the morning, how do I feel? Well, what thoughts are you thinking? So that is your radar about how you're feeling. And it has everything to do with our thoughts. So click into that. How you feeling? Well, I'm feeling great. That's great because I'm thinking positivity. I have clarity. I'm aligned. I'm feeling good. I'm on that high flying disc. I feel so good by being in my physical form, by being human. I'm energy. I am able to see and know what I want today. I am able to be aware of what feels good today. I am able to have clarity and what doesn't feel good. I have clarity on both of those. Choosing my high flying disc, staying in positive thinking is so essential to having clarity, being clear minded, and being in alignment. Thank you so much. I hope you got a lot out of this. I know that it's taken me many years to even get to this point, and further down the line, I'll share my experience. But these are steps that I do every day to stay into that positive thinking. And today, I'm so grateful that I have tools to do that. I just am so grateful. Have a great day and choose that high flying disc. Choose positivity and see where that takes you. Bye bye.